Hello everyone and welcome to this explainer. I'm absolutely thrilled you're here today because we're going to go on an immersive tour of a hidden biological world that exists right inside your very own home. If you've ever watched your cat and just wondered what on earth they are doing, well, you're in the right place. Today we're going to demystify their absolute strangest behaviors using cold, hard science.
I want you to picture this for a second. You're sitting on the couch, and your cat is staring blankly at an empty wall, or maybe they're looking out the window at a totally empty yard. They are absolutely captivated. But to you, there's literally nothing there. It begs the mystery, doesn't it? What is your feline friend actually perceiving? Are they hallucinating? Well, the answer is a resounding no. And by the end of this explainer, you'll know exactly how to test what they're actually seeing.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap for today's sensory journey. 1. Seeing the invisible UV world. 2. Hearing beyond human limits. 3. Sensing subtle earth vibrations. 4. Tracking tiny unseen movements. 5. Recognizing your audio profile. And 6. Hearing your hidden emotions. Let's get right into it.
Section 1. Seeing the invisible UV world. A whole other reality.
The living room you're currently sitting in looks completely different to your cat. And I don't mean just kind of different, I mean a whole other version of reality. Human lenses are literally designed to block out UV light almost entirely. But a cat's lenses are physically constructed to allow that UV light to pass right through to the retina. It's an absolute anatomical superpower.
And just to prove this isn't some feline mythology, it's grounded in hard data. A 2014 study published in the Proceedings of the Royal Society B confirmed this exact mechanism. They literally prove that while we're living in a blocked-out visual world, cats are just soaking in the entire UV spectrum.
So what does this actually mean for your home? Well, things like flower petals have UV guides on them that glow like neon landing strips. That plain white shirt you're wearing, to your cat, it might be covered in intricate patterns and marks. If you want to test this out yourself, grab a safe UV blacklight and shine it around your living room at night. You'll finally see the glowing, vibrant landscape your cat is staring at every single day.
Moving on to Section 2, Hearing Beyond Human Limits, the ultrasonic home. Think about a time you've seen your cat sharply twitch a cute ear at absolute silence. The room is dead quiet to you, right? But their ears are acting like little satellite dishes. Now, what's really interesting about this is the sheer scale of the difference between us. Human hearing taps out at around 20,000 hertz, but your cat's hearing reaches up to 64,000 hertz. That is a massive 44,000 hertz sensory gap.
Why do they even need this? Well, the Journal of Hearing Research confirms that this is an evolutionary trait. Cats have one of the widest hearing ranges among domestic animals because they evolved specifically to hunt tiny, squeaking prey. They are hardwired to hear the ultrasonic frequencies of small animals moving in the brush.
But, in your living room, there aren't many mice. Instead, your home is filled with everyday ultrasonic emitters. Electronic devices, phone chargers, LED lights, even your TV on standby emit high-pitched hums. It creates an invisible, noisy soundtrack. This completely explains why cats seem to react to things before they even happen. They aren't predicting the future, they're just hearing it first. You can actually use this to your advantage during play. Toys that make subtle, crinkling sounds or high-pitched squeaks mimic this ultrasonic frequency, and they'll instantly trigger their hunting instincts way better than a loud bell.
Section 3. Sensing subtle earth vibrations. The feline storm warning. Have you ever witnessed your cat suddenly pacing or hiding under the bed just before a storm or an earthquake hits? It feels like a sixth sense, but it's actually highly physical. Those adorable little paws function as incredibly sensitive, built-in sensors. They're packed with nerve receptors that detect micro vibrations in the ground and subtle shifts in atmospheric pressure. So while we are cluelessly checking our weather apps, their paws are already reading the changing environment. And this effectively debunks the myth that cats are psychic earthquake predictors. When an earthquake happens, it sends out two types of waves. The P waves arrive first.
They're fast, subtle, and nearly impossible for humans to feel. S waves follow, and those are the ones that actually shake the ground. Your cat is simply feeling those early, fast P waves before the ground physically shakes for us.
Section 4. Tracking tiny, unseen movements. The micro hunter.
This dives right into that famously creepy phenomenon of cats tracking absolutely nothing across your living room with intense laser focus. So, the crucial point is their retinas. Cats have a vastly higher number of rod cells compared to humans. These are photoreceptor cells highly sensitive to slight motion. That means when a tiny, almost microscopic piece of lint floats off your couch or a tiny gnat drifts by, you completely miss it. But because of these rod cells, your cat catches every single frame of the action. But here is a truly surprising fact about those incredible eyes. 20 to 30 centimeters. That is the distance where a cat's vision naturally becomes blurry. Cats are actually naturally far-sighted. They're amazing motion detectors at a distance, but when a target gets too close, their eyes simply can't focus on it. So what do they do when their prey enters that blurry zone? They seamlessly switch tools. Their facial whiskers swing forward like a built-in radar to feel what they can't see. And even cooler, they have carpal whiskers on the backs of their front legs. These specialize in sensing prey that's already caught in their paws. They literally use their legs to see close up. Try this during your next play session. Drag a feather toy right over their paws when they're looking away, and watch how fast those carpal whiskers trigger a reaction. It's wild.
Section 5. Recognizing your audio profile. Hearing you come home. All right, let's pivot our explainer inward now. We've talked a lot about their environment, but how do they mysteriously know when you are arriving home, often waiting right by the front door before you even turn the handle? Well, it's deeply rooted in sophisticated audio memory and categorization, not magic. A 2013 study published in Animal Cognition found that cats can clearly distinguish their owner's voice from a stranger's even without seeing them. They don't just hear well, they actively categorize sound.
When you apply that to your arrival, it's fascinating. Your cat has built a specific, personalized audio profile of you. They've memorized the exact pitch of your specific car engine, the distinct jingle of your keys, the rhythm of your footsteps, and exactly how your shoes hit the pavement. Want to test this? Have a friend walk up to your door jingling their keys, and then do it yourself. You'll see firsthand exactly why your cat ignores the stranger but bolts to the door for you.
Let's move to Section 6, Hearing Your Hidden Emotions, and see how this builds into an incredibly intimate connection. I want to pose this question to you. Can your cat actually feel your anxiety? When you're stressed out and they suddenly come curl up next to you without being called, is it empathy? Are they mirroring your mood? Let's look at the science. According to that same animal cognition study context, they aren't just guessing, and it's definitely not some mystical connection. They are physically measuring your stress and anxiety. Cats are sensitive enough that they literally hear your heartbeat. They register the subtle changes in the rhythm of your breathing, and they even sense your body chemistry shifting. When you're anxious, your body makes subtle sounds and rhythmic changes that your cat intimately picks up on. Which leaves us with this incredible realization: you are a living broadcast to your cat, and they are always tuned in. They hear the invisible hums of your home, they see the hidden UV patterns on your clothes, and they are intimately listening to the very rhythm of your heart. So, as you sit there with your feline friend today, ask yourself, what emotional signals are you transmitting right now? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep observing and keep learning.